We shall next discuss graph theory, a powerful mathematical model used to represent the underlying set and the relation between them. We have seen graphs when we actually looked at the graphical representation of relations, and they are precisely the same. So the idea is to represent a set and a relation defined on it using a graphical model. So let's look at a couple of notations. So we work with something called V of G. It is a set of vertices. This is our underlying domain. When we started looking at logic and so on, we were saying the universe of discourse or the underlying domain. Then we define something called E of G, which is a set of edges. So this actually represents the relation which means E of G is a relation. It must be a subset of V of G cross V of G. It's not anything new. I'm only defining in a formal way what we have done before. In the context of logic, subsequently when we started discussing relations functions, we were working with a domain or a set or universe of discourse, and which we are calling it as a set of vertices. Then we defined something called cross product, and we said relation is a subset of a cross product. So the relation, we call it as set of edges. Okay. So now in a graphical form, suppose the vertices are 1, 2, 3, 4 and edges are relations. So let me say 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the underlying graph, which we call it as G. So there are 4 vertices, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there is a directed edge from 1 to 1, directed edge from 1 to 2, directed edge from 3 to 4. So this graph, because there are directions, this graph is called a directed graph. Okay, and one can define multiple relations. So let me call this one as G1. I can define some other graph on the same set, say 1 to 2 and 2 to 3 and 3 to 4. So this represents the relation 1, 2, 2, 3 and 3, 4. Okay. So it's precisely a graphical representation of a relation defined on this domain or the underlying set. So now let's define some more definition in the context of graphs. So as we brought in the word direction, so the graphs that we work with are of two types. One is undirected graphs. The another one is directed graphs. Suppose vertex set is say 1, 2, 3, 4, and I am defining a directed graph, meaning something like 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4 and 4 to 1. So if you look at the underlying relation, that's precisely 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 1. Okay. Now, for the same set, one can also define undirected graphs. So, undirected graph, we drop the directions. So, 1, 2, 2, 3, say 3, 4, which means this is equivalent to saying 1 to 2 there is a directed edge, 2 to 1 is also a directed edge, 2 to 3 and 3 to 2, 3 to 4 and 4 to 3. So, in some sense, undirected graphs are basically a special case of directed graphs wherein the edge between AB is precisely a directed arc from A to B and another arc from B to E. So this one is equivalent to saying 1 to 2 there is a directed edge and 2 to 1 there is a directed edge, and like that 2 to 3, 3 to 2 and so on. Okay, now how do you represent the edge set of this? So edge set of this one, either you can say 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3. In directed sense, if you write, this is what you get. Equivalently, 1, 2, 2, 1, there is an order. Now, in undirected sense, order is not there. So, which means these two is equivalent to writing set containing 1, 2 and 2, 3, it is unordered now. So, you can see it as 2, 3, 3, 2. So, it covers these two and 3, 4, 4, 3. So, when you have a set, the elements are unordered. When you have a vector, it is ordered. So, 1, 2, 2, 1 is equivalent to saying set containing 1, 2. 2, 3, 3, 2 is equivalent to saying set containing 2, 3. 3, 4, 4, 3 is equivalent to saying this. So, if we represent edges like this, which means the underlying graph is the directed graph corresponding to the edge set or for the given vertex set and edge set. Now, if the relation is using sets like 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4 set notation, which means the underlying graph is undirected graph. And remember, undirected graph is a special case of directed graph. So we shall see a couple of more examples and some interesting properties about directed and undirected graphs. So let us consider the vertex set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a relation E of G, say 1, 2, 2, 4 and 3, 5, which means the underlying graph is 1 to 2 and 2 to 4 and 3 to 5. Fine. So for the same one, let me write some other graph. Suppose E of G is set containing 2, 4 and set containing 1, 3. Then the underlying graph is 1, 3, directed arc from 1 to 3, directed arc from this. Similarly, 2, 4, if you see, this is what we get. Or equivalently, the graph is 1 to 3 and 2 to 4. Okay. So please note, our domain or set under consideration is V of G, and E of G is a relation which is a subset of V of G cross V of G, which means any binary relation corresponds to a directed graph. Correct? And you look at a subset from here. So if V of G is say 1, 2, 3, 4, and say E of G is empty. If that's the case, then the underlying graph is empty graph 1, 2, 3, 4, empty graph or null graph where there are no edges. And E of G could be something like what we have seen now. It could be 1, 2 and say 3, 4. If that's the case, then the graph is 1, 2 and 3, 4. And if E of G is V of G cross V of G, then what do you get? So you have 1, you have 2, 3 and 4. You see that 1, 1 is present, 2, 2 is present, 3, 3 is present, 4, 4 is present, 1, 2 is present, 2, 1, 1, 3, 3, 1, 2, 4, 4, 2 and 3, 4, 4, 3. Similarly 1, 4, 4, 1 and 2, 3, 3, 2. So this graph represents precisely V of G cross V of G. So now, given a vertex set V of G, so on say n vertices, now the question is how many different directed graphs are possible. So please note, any binary relation corresponds to a directed graph. Similarly, given a directed graph, one can get the underlying relation. So there is a one-to-one correspondence between binary relation defined on V of G and the directed graph. So which means number of directed graphs is precisely number of binary relations. So therefore, the count to this is, we know that given a set of size n, the number of binary relations is cross product size is n square. So number of binary relations is 2 power n square. So number of directed graphs is 2 power n square. So given a set of size n, one can draw 2 power n square different directed graphs. Reason is each directed graph corresponds to a binary relation. So counting number of different directed graphs is equivalent to counting number of binary relations on V of G. Therefore, there are 2 power n square binary relations, or therefore there are 2 power n square directed graphs on n vertices. Let's now focus on undirected graphs. So now, given a set of size say n, and E of G is a subset of V of G cross V of G, now we are interested in knowing how many different undirected graphs are possible. So note this. Now this graph is equivalent to drawing this. So the underlying relation over here will tell you 1 2 to 1, and over here it is set containing 1 2. Okay. So now we are interested in knowing how many different undirected graphs are possible on n nodes. N nodes are n vertices. So you are given a vertex set of size n. We are asking how many different undirected graphs are possible. So please note the edge 1 2, we see it as 1 2 and 2 1. So which means if you look at any undirected graph, in particular any edge in it, if there is an edge between AB, then that means you have a directed arc from A to B and a directed arc from B to A. So that shows that the underlying relation is always symmetric. When you have an edge between AB, if you look at the underlying relation, you will see that AB and BA both are present, which means the underlying relation is always symmetric. So any undirected graph, if you see, it corresponds to a symmetric binary relation. You look at any undirected graph, something like this, 1 2 3, then the underlying relation will have 1 2 2 1, 2 3 3 2. In set theoretic notation, we write it as 1 2 and 2 3. But this one is a subset of a cross product V of G cross V of G. So this notation comes, which means you can see that the underlying relation is symmetric. Therefore, and counting this is equivalent to counting this. So number of undirected graphs is equivalent to counting number of symmetric binary relations on n nodes. And how many are there? The number of symmetric relations on n nodes, we know that we have already counted following the matrix representation, right? So this part is n, and leave that part. Below diagonal, above diagonal, if you see, if I include an element from here, its corresponding element from here is forced. And if you leave this part, then there are n square minus n by 2 elements. This side there are n square minus n by 2 elements. And when I look at AB, BA is also included, and any subset of this along with its counterpart is a symmetric relation. So there are 2 power n square minus n by 2 into, you can include any subset from the diagonal, so you get into 2 power n. So any subset from the diagonal is symmetric, and when you include a subset from this part, below diagonal part, its counterpart, meaning when you include AB, BA is also included. When you include CD, DC is also included. Its counterpart is forced, So which means there are n square minus n by 2 elements here, and all possible subsets is 2 power n square minus n by 2. And with that I can attach any subset from the diagonal. That number is 2 power n. So number of symmetric binary relations on n nodes is so much. And so that shows that this one is 2 power n into n plus 1 by 2. Okay. So number of symmetric binary relations is this much. So number of undirected graphs on n nodes is precisely this number. Okay. So the mapping is important. All this we have seen before. I'm just trying to bring the graphical representation and connecting the dots so that we get the complete picture about set, cross product and the relations.